Okay, good morning, all. Let's start with the class. As today, we'll talk about some more GUI forms that will um so that are based on Netbeans software, right? So these softwares, these applications are important because you people have to perform all these at your level, and then just take screenshots of the coding part, the output, right? So that screenshot will be counted as the at the end of the session. We'll just print everything into a file. So that will be the file for your final practical exams, right? We know that final practical exams have 10 marks for project and files, right? So this thing is quite important. So आप लोग ये files वगैरह साथ साथ बनाना शुरू कर दो, right? So let's just open up. I'll come to the book के last में there are some lab exercises. These lab exercises we were doing, like this one we have done how to get a three-digit number and then find the sum of all the three digits, right? Even and odd is also done. Now okay, the third one is to accept a cost price and selling from the user in two text fields and then calculate the profit and loss in a CUD, right? So हमने क्या कर रहे हैं, दो टेक्स्ट फील्ड्स बनानी है, एक में कॉस्ट प्राइस आएगी, एक में सेलिंग प्राइस आएगी, or whatever user enters there, those values we have to pick up, right? And then we have to compare. If the cost price is more than the selling price, then there must be loss. And if um, the selling price is more and cost price is less, then there is profit, right? So that we have to calculate. Let's just go to Netbeans interface. Right click on the project. We'll go with the same project. Click on JFrame form to open this. Now this is profit and loss. So I'll name it as profit loss. Now we need one label, two labels, two text fields, and then one button is required. And for answer, we will take another label. Right click on this, edit text, click karo. We'll write cost price here. Right click on the second label, selling price. Let's make it empty. Fine. Change this text field as TS. TC I'll use. TC for, and this I'm writing at TS. TC is for cost price, TS is for selling price. Click to find profit or loss. Let's just empty this label. Let's increase the size and go to the properties. This I do every time when I use label. In the properties there's a border property, and this you just click line border because it will be helpful to locate the label. Now we'll come to the coding part. So double click on the button. Fine. Come to the coding window. First of all, we'll read the value from the first text field, that is for the cost price, and I'll take a double type data type because there may be decimal value there. So for cost, I'll take C, double dot parse double tc dot get text. Okay, then double S for the second text field, double dot parse double ts dot get text. So we have received the values in from these two text fields into these two variables, S, C and S. C is the one which is carrying cost price and S is the one which is carrying selling price. Now we need to check करने के लिए हम डालेंगे if condition, if C is greater than S, अगर C बड़ा है यानी कि कॉस्ट बड़ी है तो लेबल के अंदर हम प्रिंट करेंगे if cost is more and selling is less, then it is a loss. It there is a loss of space plus sign C minus S semicolon. I think we haven't changed the name of this label. Label का नाम हमने नहीं change किया. Let it be L. So L dot this thing and हाँ ये आपको bracket में डालना है. So C minus S. You can also put up one more text string I have added at the end, so it will also add rupees at the end of the value. Or you can do it this way that rupees हम पहले लगाते हैं, यहाँ पे will write C minus S, right? So this will work if C is greater. C means cost price is greater than the selling price. Then we'll have loss of this much rupees. Cost में से selling हमने minus कर दिया. Else, if C is not greater than S, that means your S is greater. Then we'll write there is profit of S minus C. S में से C माइनस किया उतना प्रॉफिट हमें हो गया है, right? Now let's just run the file to see the output. This is your output window. Enter the cost price. Now if I say 1225.5 and selling price is 145.2, 145, and if selling price is more than the cost price, then the answer should come that it's a profit. Click on this button, there is a profit of 299.7 and then subtraction के बाद जितने zero हैं. Fine. And if you change this cost price, I'll put cost price as 20,000 and selling price as 15,000. So there is a loss of 5,000. Fine. So this is how this GUI will work. Okay, so remember that this if condition is to be given, and after if condition we have to give one statement, so there is no need of curly bracket here. Or you can also write, it's up to you. If you want to give a curly bracket, then you can give. But अगर आपकी एक ही statement है block में, तो आप you can skip this curly bracket, right? Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, the next question is, design application to accept a character in text field and print in a label if that character is a vowel. So we have to check whether the character entered is a vowel. तो हमें मैच करना है कि अगर ए ई आई ओ यू ये कैरेक्टर्स हैं तो will print in the label that the character is vowel, otherwise not. Application should be case sensitive. Case sensitive means के capital smalls both we have to consider. So, अगर capital में A है तब भी वो वॉवल काउंट होना चाहिए, अगर वो स्मॉल में है तब भी वॉवल काउंट होना चाहिए, right? Now since we have to check it these five characters and then five capitals also 10 characters, so हमारे लिए सबसे बेस्ट जो यहाँ पे if else की बजाय हम लोग switch से इसको ज़्यादा बेटर तरीके से कर सकते हैं. So we'll switch statement so that we can compare the things in a easier and a better way. Let's make one more GUI for this. Right click, new JFrame form, and this is regarding vowels. So I'll give the name vowels only. So vowels.java is the name of the file. First of all, we need a label to write something and a text field where user will enter the character, and then a button is required on which when you click the program should run, and one more label where the answer will come. So as I told, border property में आप इसको highlight कर दो and edit text में right click करो और ये text remove कर दो. Here also check if vowel or not. Here we'll write enter the character. टेक्स्ट फील्ड को हम ब्लैक कर देते हैं and rename this as small t and this as L. You can give any name. I used to give it smaller because it's easier for typing. So you can use the same name also. There is no problem. नाम आप कुछ भी दे सकते हो controls के. So double click on the button to start entering the code. First of all, we need to read the character present in. So since it is a character, so data type will be char only. I'll put ch as a variable name, and it is name of the text field is t dot get text. We don't need to parse it because there is no requirement of parsing because we don't want integers. We are dealing with characters and alphabets only. Okay, so one problem it is telling that हमें ch को अलग से इनिशियलाइज करना चाहिए. और because it is not reading it as, so we'll take it string only. Characters भी वो read नहीं करता है. Let's start with switch statement. Ch will check. How will you check? If it is capital A, then we'll write L dot set text. It is a vowel, right? And we need a break statement here. Similarly, this has to be done for all the vowels. A, E, I, O, U, and one more. Capital E, capital I, capital O, capital U, small a, small e, small I, small o, and small u. So I have made some changes over here that string s is equal to t dot get text. So since whatever we read from the text field is always read in the form of strings, right? So it is not the character. So what we are doing over here is that whatever string we enter there, उसका जो पहला character है, हम उसको pick करते हैं. So we have added one more method here, one more line here. Char ch is equal to s dot char at 0. This char at method will read the first character of the string s. जो भी string वहां पे add हुआ है उसका जो पहला character है that will be readed and that will be saved into ch. So हम वहाँ पे जो भी टाइप करेंगे टेक्स्ट फील्ड में, t नाम की टेक्स्ट फील्ड में, उसका जो फर्स्ट करेक्टर होगा वो ch में सेव हो जाएगा. Then we'll compare that ch with all these values. अगर वो a है, capital A है, so this line will be printed and this block will be stopped there and then because of this break statement. If it is E, then again it is a vowel. Similarly for I, O, U and all these small A, B, C, D. So, and lastly we'll write default L dot set text. It is not a vowel, right? तो ये अगर इनमें से कोई भी एक वैल्यू हुई तो प्रिंट होगा इट इज़ अ वॉवल, और इनमें से कोई भी एक वैल्यू नहीं हुई तो प्रिंट होगा इट इज़ नॉट ए वॉवल. Right, let's run the file and see the things. Let's check the output window. Now if I put capital A, it is a vowel, and if I put small a, it is a vowel, and if I put B, it is not a vowel. So आप vowels में से कुछ भी टाइप करोगे you will get it is a vowel, और उनके अलावा if you put something else when it will be it is not a vowel. Fine, so this is how it is working. One more thing I wish to tell you people is that there is one variation that I can make. वो ये कि अगर मैं ये break statements हटा दूं तो क्या होगा. If I remove all these break statements, right, I'll do one thing. I'll hide them. Hide कैसे करते हैं, डबल स्लैश लगा दो तो वो हाइड हो जाता है. हाइड नहीं, बेसिकली एक कमेंट बन जाता है. सो कमेंट्स आर नॉट इंक्लूडेड इन द प्रोग्राम, राइट. सो अगर हम ये करेंगे तो ये जो हमने प्रिंट स्टेटमेंट लिखी है इसको हमें बार बार लिखने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. you'll see in this case also you'll get the same answer. अब इसका मतलब ये है कि अगर A हुआ तो आगे कुछ नहीं है, ब्लैंक है, मतलब this line is also not there. Let's say if A is there, there is nothing written, there is no break, then we'll move to E also. E, if E is written, there is again no break, ये ब्रेक स्टेटमेंट हाईलाइटेड नहीं है मतलब ये भी नहीं है. तो अगर हम ये सारी ब्रेक स्टेटमेंट्स को रिमूव कर दें और यहाँ पे जो प्रिंट स्टेटमेंट थी उसको भी रिमूव कर दिया तो क्या होगा कि इनमें से कुछ भी हुआ तो विच स्टेटमेंट विल रन, दिस लाइन विल रन. वाई, बिकॉज देर इज नो ब्रेक. ब्रेक ना होने से क्या होता है, नेक्स्ट लाइन स्टेटमेंट भी रन होगी. तो यहाँ पे भी कुछ नहीं है, आगे भी कुछ नहीं है, आगे भी कुछ नहीं है. तो जब तक ब्रेक नहीं आता तब तक ये मूव करता जाएगा और लास्ट में जाके प्रिंट होगा. दिस विल ऑल्सो सॉल्व द सेम पर्पस. या तो सब में आप प्रिंट स्टेटमेंट डालो और ब्रेक डालो, या फिर आप किसी में भी ब्रेक मत डालो, लास्ट स्टेटमेंट में आप प्रिंट स्टेटमेंट डाल के ब्रेक कर दो. नाउ इफ यू सी, if you run the file, we'll get that same output. Capital A, it is a vowel. O, it is a vowel. U again, it is a vowel. And others, if I put Z, it is not a vowel. So again we'll get the same output. So ये भी एक variation है. You must know that if you don't write break statement, then what will happen? Fine. तो अगर आप यहाँ से ब्रेक हटा दो और प्रिंट स्टेटमेंट भी हटा दो तो ए हो, ई हो, आई हो, ओ यू कैपिटल्स में हो या स्मॉल में हो, सबके केस में ये लाइन्स रन होगी, राइट. और इसके बाद ब्रेक होगा. So this help us to write the things in a easier way. So that's why I told in the beginning that switch statement will be easy if I use the switch. अदरवाइज हम इसको इफ स्टेटमेंट से भी कर सकते हैं, बट इफ के अंदर आपको हर कंडीशन चेक करने के लिए यू हैव टू पुट इफ, right? For first line you write if ch equal to a, then l dot set text it is a vowel. Else if ch equal to capital E, then l dot set text it is a vowel. For every different character you have to write if and else, if else later, like that, right? तो ये ध्यान रखने वाली बात है कि हम ऐसे भी कर सकते हैं। फाइन। नाउ अब मैं काम करता हूँ, मैं आई विल जस्ट do this with the help of a switch, if statements. When you write uh, dash and then star, और लास्ट में हम करते हैं स्टार स्लैश, तो इससे क्या होता है, दिस पोर्शन विल बी काउंटेड एज कमेंट, और ये प्रोग्राम जब हम रन करेंगे तो ये स्टेटमेंट्स रन नहीं होंगी, राइट? सो कमेंट्स वी कैन ऐड एनीवेयर इन बिटवीन इफ यू वांट टू. So I'll write this again, same thing using if now. If I write if ch is equals to a, then l dot set text it is a vowel, right? Then else if, again we have to write ch equals to e, again this, right? Likewise you have to write if else for all these variations, right? A, E, then capital I, then O, U, then small a, small e, small I, O, and U small. And lastly, we don't need else if, हम सिर्फ लिखेंगे it is not a vowel. Okay, one error is there, that instead of single quotes we need to write, instead of double quotes we need to write single quotes, because double quotes are meant for strings and single quotes are meant for characters. तो ये चीज का भी ध्यान रखना है। यहाँ पे आपको सिंगल कोट्स डालने हैं, डबल नहीं डालने, single inverted commas in place of double inverted comma, because double inverted commas are only used with the string variables, not with the characters. Now we are dealing with characters, right? So if you run this program, we'll get the same output. So यहाँ पे भी वही हो रहा है. This was also the same, so we can write the things in switch as well as if both ways. Fine. Let's just see it once. हम एक बार देख लेते हैं आउटपुट को भी. If I put capital A, it is a vowel, and if I put X, it is not a vowel, right? So both way of writing programs are same. Chalo, that's it from my side. I'll end up now. We have practiced two programs today. Kindly do it at home also. And if you find some difficulty problems, you can contact me anytime. Right? Thank you from my side. Good afternoon to all.